anyone thinking about starting a parent partner program, I would say do it. Even if you're only able to support a small number of the parents in child welfare, that support will grow, because parents who have had parent partners then want to become parent partners, and they have a stronger sense of, this child welfare case helped me and my family.
If a community is thinking about implementing a parent partner program, the first thing is to have parents at the table, is to have parents at the planning phase, is to have parents in the in-between, in the documenting phase, parents all throughout each phase of that parent partner program, because parents will give the insight into what their community needs.
The first thing we did when we decided we needed to have peer support for parents was to go visit another jurisdiction where they already had a program in place. We had people who were in the program in Washington that we were looking at come down and observe what was going on in our court and meet partners in our court, our system partners, the case managers, the attorneys, and other social workers that were working with the families and the judges, so that we could kind of get an idea for whether this was something we thought that would work for us.
Some funding became available through a court improvement program grant, and the Parents for Parents program was adopted by the courts to be implemented. We had judicial leadership. We had a key role at the courts that was willing to support it.
The key partners were all the attorney groups, which included guardians ad litem for children, the attorneys representing parents, the attorneys representing the department, the court administrators.
One thing that we don't often think about is that parent partners need to be paid a very good, a salary that's a livable salary. I think they also need to take precautions for secondary trauma, because that is something that you would deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Foster a culture of recovery. It's such an important aspect. If the parent mentor program is focused, has a focus of any kind around supporting parents that are experiencing substance use disorder or recovery supports, being able to foster that within the organization is instrumental.
At the point that we get involved with a family, there are signals that let us know a kid is at risk of going into foster care. At that point, we have started a pilot around assigning parent partners as a prevention method.
Casey brought in a bunch of different parents who were doing parent mentor work, and they would have what they called the fishbowl conversation, where they would talk to each other in a real conversational tone about what they'd experienced and how they work and what they do. Because every time I saw that happen, I saw it several times, all the judges, all the lawyers, all the system partners were just stunned. It's kind of the thing where you don't know what you're missing.
When a community or jurisdiction comes to me and asks me where do they start, I always let them know that they're the experts in their community. And so gather up professionals and community members that really support families in this work. And don't forget the families. Recruit parents and youth with lived experience from the onset, put them in leadership positions, and really create a partnership with them to identify what families need and how to best connect with them.
We want to go in and build relationships first, take the time to build rapport and collaboration with local jurisdictions, with the local courts, with local providers, to be able to collaborate and best support families together as a team.